Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I thought I would give a bit of a chance to introduce myself a little bit better to people. You may know me best from my Instagram or my previous YouTube videos, but I've never really spoken much about myself, so I thought it'd be a good chance for people to get to know me a bit better. So I'm going to do the 50 facts tag, so if this is something you're interested in, please keep watching. So my full name is Holly Ann Tomkins. I don't have any middle names. My first name is a double-barrelled first name, Holly Ann. I am named after two people, partly Frankie Goes to Hollywood, that's where the Holly comes from, and also I was born just after Christmas, so obviously it's quite a Christmassy name. The Ann comes from my mum's beloved friend who she tragically lost in an accident, so it's nice, it's a little bit of a tribute to her. I was born on the 24th of Jan 1998, so I'm 22. I'm from a small town called Hinckley in Leicestershire, and not many people know it, but it's best known for being the home of Triumph. I am a qualified makeup artist, I work full-time, and I'm also a brand ambassador. I've been with my boyfriend Liam for 3.5 years and we are saving for our own house. My favourite colour is pink. I feel like it's quite stereotypical, but I just think it's a really pretty colour. It's uplifting, it's quite a positive, warm colour, and I love that there's so many shades of it. I am the oldest sibling. I'm a sibling of 3. I have a brother Lawrence who's 20 and a sister Maddie who's 16. I am 100% a dog person. I have grown up with dogs my whole life. I've never had a cat and I don't plan on having one. I think they're cute as kittens, but I think they're quite selfish animals. They just sort of happily do their own thing, whereas dogs love having attention, they want cuddles with you, they want to play, and I love that. I've had Cocker Spaniels all my life. I've got 2 Cocker Spaniels now, Tilly and Billy, and they are mother and son. I went to uni and graduated 2 years ago, and I studied artistic makeup and special effects. I was in the final of the beauty pageant Miss Leicestershire. I got scouted previous for it and got all the way to the final. Didn't win, but I was quite pleased considering I've never done a beauty pageant before and I've not done another one since. My favourite food is Mexican. To be honest, there's not many foods I don't like. I love trying new foods and cultures and things like that, but Mexican's gotta be my fave. My favourite drink in the day is either lemon green tea or hot water with a slice of lemon. I don't really drink anything else other than them, except for like just plain water. At night time for like my evening drink, I'd say my favourite drinks are G&T, but I am quite an alcohol lover. I love having a glass of wine, or I do love a good cocktail as well. I love a porn star martini. So ever since I was young, I've always been quite a creative person. I was definitely more the creative side than I was the academic. But at the age of 16, I won an art competition. I won some money and I put it towards a family holiday. I've always been a busy person, even from being at school and being a young child. I was always doing something every day. I used to do gymnastics, dance like ballet, street dance, used to do swimming, speech and drama, cubs. So I literally did something different every single night. And to be honest, I've always been a busy person since. So I was a part of the scout group for years. I started at Cubs and moved up to Scouts. I was there all the way till I sort of grew out of it, and I did Explorers for a while as well. But I'm a very outdoor person. I love camping, I love being outside, I love anything like that. And I did a lot of charity work as well. So I can cook and I can bake as well. Especially during lockdown, I've found a real passion for it, and I really enjoy cooking new meals, baking loads of things. I've been baking loads of breads as well. So yeah, it's something that I really enjoy doing. I have visited 29 countries and about 90 cities, so from that obviously you can tell that I love to travel and explore new places. I love cruises, like I am obsessed with cruising. I've done 2 now, 2 Caribbean cruises, and I just love them. I am addicted to spicy foods. I don't know why, I just have an absolute obsession with it, especially jalapenos. Like I will have jalapenos on anything. I once ate a whole jar of jalapenos on their own in the space of 24 hours. So I know all my girls will back me up on this one, but I am known for falling asleep on nights out. I am fine if I'm up and I'm dancing, but the moment I sit down, I'm just gone. Like, that's it. I don't know why, I just fall asleep. So I come from a very fitness-based family. I've got a dad who has run about 60 marathons in his lifetime, and my mum, as well as running a lot of marathons, she's also very much into her fitness classes at the gym. She'll run like a 10-mile run, do 2 like hour-long classes at the gym, and then run home as well. Like, she's literally a machine, that there's no stopping her. My biggest fear is spiders. They make me feel sick. They're just horrible. I mean, little tiny baby ones I'm fine with, like, you know, I'll move them, it's not a problem, but anything bigger than that, I just can't even go near them. So our second home is Poole in Dorset. That is the place that we always go when we want a break. We've got family friends there. Obviously it's most known for Sandbanks Beach, and it's also known for having a lot of well-known faces that live there. So for the majority of my life, I've never really been allergic to anything. When I was very small, I had an allergic reaction to strawberry juice, but then it was literally once and I was fine after that. But over the last couple of years, I've developed an allergy to mussels. I have always loved seafood, like my whole life, more than anyone else in my family. And when I went to Prague 2 years ago, I got really bad food poisoning from mussels. I was literally throwing up all night. It was horrendous. So I've never really touched mussels since, but I went to Ibiza last year and I had one mussel. I thought, oh, I'll try it, see if it's all right, and it tasted fine, but I was throwing up again all night, and I just thought, you know what, I don't like mussels that much anyway, it's not worth it. So when I was about 5, a horse bit my finger. It was Christmas Eve and my dad took me to a farm to go and feed the horses, and all was going well, and then all of a sudden the mum horse got a bit protective and it bit my finger. I don't know if you can see, like here, but I've got like scar tissue around there, and I spent a lot of my Christmas Eve in the doctors. I had a massive bandage on my finger. So yeah, I've never really fed a horse since. So leading on from my last point, I have never actually been to the hospital with any like broken bones or injuries, touch wood. When I was about 14, I think I broke my nose. I was at a party, it was dark, I'd bent down to put my shoes on the floor that I'd taken off, and I completely misjudged the distance between me and the chair, and I literally went bang, and literally within a few hours my nose had gone like wonky and I had like a bruise on the bridge of my nose. But it was one of them where I thought, well, even if it's broken, they're not going to be able to do anything anyway, so I just left it and got on with it really. So I have a Fiat 500C. The C is convertible, so I've got a convertible Fiat 500 and it's coral. It's actually called Glam Coral. I think it sort of speaks about my personality. It's quite bright, it's quite out there, a bit different, a bit quirky, but it's just nice. You don't really see many of them on the road, you know, you don't see a convertible coral car coming down the road every day. But if I could have any car when I've made my millions, I'd say either a Mercedes G-Wagon or a Range Rover. I am very clumsy, like literally I go to grab something and I drop it, or I snap my nail, or I break something. Like whatever I do, I'm just very clumsy with it. So I have like 2 ends of the spectrum with OCD. When I'm at work, I'm OCD about everything. Everything has to be in the right drawers, it has to be tidy, clean, you know, everything has to be in order. When I'm at home, my room is a mess. Like I've got clothes all over the floor, it's dusty. It's really bad actually, but it's just one extreme to the other. I hate horror films. I just can't watch them. Even jump scares, I don't enjoy them at all. I end up literally sleeping with the light on and being paranoid that someone's following me down the corridor, like it's that bad. So I just think, what's the point? And I just prefer comedy. I think, why get scared at a film and be paranoid when you can have a good laugh? I am a pescatarian. I feel like my diet has changed quite a lot throughout about a year, I'd say. My favourite film ever is White Chicks. I just think it's such a classic. I actually know every word off by heart. I've watched it that many times. I literally sit there like talking along with the actors, like going through all of the lines, and yeah, everyone gets really annoyed. I am addicted to lip balm. I think lip balm is one of those things that it is highly addictive. I actually read and it said somewhere on the internet that it is one of the most addictive like things out there, but I literally don't go anywhere without my lip balm. I literally feel like if I go somewhere without it, I start to panic. It's almost like a bit of a security blanket now. My favourite Disney princess is The Little Mermaid. I have been obsessed with Ariel, the Little Mermaid, ever since I can remember watching the film, to be honest. I've always wanted to be a mermaid, and yeah, I literally was just obsessed. Like, I used to have two fish, like 2 pet fish, and I named them Ariel and Eric after it. But yeah, anything mermaid related, I'm there. So I suppose you could say it's a bit of like a party trick really, but I can rap Every Word to Look at Me Now by Chris Brown. But yeah, when the song comes on, it's like all the sass comes out, and yeah, it's great. I also love a bit of Cardi B as well, which my girls will know. I am quite a sensitive person. I'd say I'm definitely a sensitive soul. I've definitely got better since I was like 14 and started working. Obviously, when you become into the working industry, you naturally sort of grow thicker skin. So I definitely think that's helped. I definitely stick up for myself a lot more, whereas when I was younger, anyone could say anything to me and I'd just like never do anything about it, and people would walk all over me. So yeah, I've definitely got better in that sense. I've definitely grown thick skin, but I am sensitive. Like, it is easy to sort of read too much into things or get offended when perhaps you shouldn't. If I could go anywhere in the world, I'd say Madagascar, just because it looks so untouched, it looks so tropical, and it just looks like another world. I am self-taught on the piano. I haven't really played that much for a while on the piano, but I used to just play all the time. We do have a piano. It's unfortunately a very, very badly tuned, but it works. So yeah, I'd definitely like to get back into it. But yeah, I am self-taught. So like I said, with coming from a family-based background, I'm also very much into my fitness. I actually nearly went down the fitness route instead of makeup. I got offered a job at the gym I was currently training at with the owner, and he offered to pay for me to do a personal training course and for them to qualify me. But it was a case of choosing between that or my makeup degree. And for me, personal training was something I could always come back to, whereas I didn't know if I'd get another offer from the uni. So this is my natural hair colour. I've got virgin hair. I've never dyed it, never bleached it. The only thing I've ever done to it was semi-permanent hair dye in the ends. I think I used like lilac. I used to love putting a bit of lilac in the bottom of my hair. But yeah, it's literally untouched. And the only thing I've done is I slept with my hair in plaits, so it's a little bit more crinkly than it normally is, but it is naturally curly. I hope you like my flower, by the way. Went for a walk earlier and Liam picked it up for me and popped it in my hair, so I left it. I am a Friends fangirl. I love Friends so much. I think it's just such a great programme to just stick on, or if you could literally be halfway through an episode and you don't feel like you have to go back or anything, you can just pick it up. But me and my sister are literally obsessed with it. We love it. I would say my favourite season is spring. I like summer as well, but for me spring is just that little bit prettier. It's when you're coming out of the cold seasons, everyone's positive because it's getting warmer, the days are getting brighter, and there's all the flowers blooming, and I just think it's a really happy time of year. So for those that don't know, I'm currently having Invisalign treatment on my teeth. I used to have quite gappy, quite sparse teeth, and I did have a bit of a rotation on one of my front teeth as well, so they weren't really straight. I've not 100% finished my treatment yet. Obviously we've been in lockdown, so everything's been on hold, but I'm near the end, so I'm hoping it'll be finished soon. I literally cry at everything. Like, any film I watch, I end up crying at some point in it, or a programme. If it's happy, I cry. If it's sad, I cry. Even if it's a moment where they've not even intended for you to cry, I just cry. I would say I'm quite low maintenance. I mean, I don't know what others think. Other people might look at me and think I'm high maintenance because of me working in like the beauty industry and things like that. But I'd say I'm pretty low maintenance. I don't get anything done on my hair. I don't ever get it coloured. I don't even get it cut. My mum used to be a hairdresser, so she just cuts it for me. I do my nails myself. I have my own shellac kit. I tint my own brows, everything like that. So yeah, I'm a pretty DIY kind of person. I'd sort of just do it myself. I think it does help with me working in the industry, because you sort of see that side of it a bit more, and it's a bit more sort of in depth. But yeah, like, I don't ever really get anything done, so for that reason I'd say I'm quite low maintenance. I was born 2 weeks late. and I've basically been late ever since. Anyone that knows me knows I am literally the last one to anything. Like, the girls literally have to give me like 2 hours in advance notice. Like, they'll give me a time 2 hours before just so I turn up on time. I have 5 piercings and no tattoos. So I have 3 piercings on this ear, I've got 2 on my lobe, and then I've got a little ring in my helix. I've got 1 on this side, and then I have my belly button pierced. I used to have 3 lobe piercings on both ears, 2 of which I pierced myself, but I just left them for so long they healed up. When I was younger at school, we were on escape to the country as a family. Like I previously mentioned, our second home is Poole in Dorset, and mum and dad were looking at houses over there, but we didn't escape to the country, and I'm still living in the same house that I've lived my whole life. So as far as I know, I am fully English. Both of my parents are full English, but we do have different features from different sides of the family. So my dad's side is very light skin, fair hair, blue eyes, so more your typical Viking. My mum's side have got sort of more deep olivey skin tones, more dark features, so we think they're more sort of Roman side. But I have got family from Germany and also family that live in America. So that is 50 random facts about me. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Maybe we've got some things in common, or there's anything you can relate to. If there is, please comment down below. I'd love to see. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and give me a follow on Instagram as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.